welcome. My name is Tolan and I'm the co-founder of Productivity Me. In this video, we're going to look at how to cancel a selection, primarily by trying to use the escape key if we are in a dialog box. And if we are in a specific cell or range of cell selection, we're going to use the keyboard shortcut Shift Backspace. Now, if we're in Excel and we want to cancel a selection, it would depend whether or not it's a cell-based selection or a range of cells, such as this example, where we have the cells G7 through B2 selected, or if we are in a actual cell individually, such as this. If we want to cancel the selection within an actual cell, we could hit the escape button, and that would exit out of the cell. So we would go from being in a cell where we have something selected, we hit escape, and it would exit out of the cell so that we are now on the cell rather than in the cell. So again, here we're in the cell and we have a selection. If we want to cancel that selection within the cell, we press the escape key and it would cancel that selection and we would go back to sitting on top of the cell. Now, if we have a range selected, such as this, pressing the escape key will not exit out of this range. The two ways that I'm aware of to exit out of a selection or a specific range is to click anywhere, and that would make that place that you've clicked on your active selection. Or you can use the keyboard shortcut that we'll discuss in a later video of Shift Backspace. Pressing Shift Backspace will default to your active cell and deselect everything else. So currently we have cells C2 through G7 selected, and we know that our active cell is that of G7 because G7 is highlighted in white. If we move our arrow up, it would deselect that and make our active cell G6. However, I'm going to be here. I'm going to start from the bottom, go to the top, thus this cell G7 is again our active cell. I'm going to press Shift Backspace, and it would deselect all of those other cells except for our active cell, that of G7. So again, the way in which you would cancel a selection would really depend on if you are within a cell, such as here, and you have a selection. If you want to cancel that selection without making any changes, you would press the escape key. If you have a selection within one or more cells and you want to cancel that selection, you would press the Shift key and the Backspace key, and that would go down so that it selects only your active cell. In this case, our active cell was that of G7. So a little bit of a nuanced understanding there for how to cancel a selection. But in our next video, we'll discuss how to toggle on and off a feature in Excel called Add to Selection Mode. We'll look at the keyboard shortcut Shift F8, which has some cool implications for adding items to our selection. So check that out in our next video, and as always, thanks for watching.